1 million views and counting. What up, guys? Total Control 871. Recognize this place? Alright, so this is the McDonald's that has refused to serve me service simply because I'm homeless. No other reason. I had money to purchase their products, but apparently that didn't really matter to them at all. What did they do? They called the police to have me thrown out simply because I'm homeless. In the subsequent months to come, in the following months to come, we have seen a whole slew of these type of discriminatory actions being exerted against a variety of people, most notably black. Now, one of the latest versions would involve Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who was thrown out of a restaurant for working for the Trump administration. I don't think it was because she was Republican, but I honestly think it had to do with the fact that it was a Donald Trump thing more so than Republican. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Should she have been thrown out for her job? For her job. Not even, you can't even really say it was for her political affiliation. It was her job, you know. Now, if that doesn't give you pause for concern, and I am no Sarah Huckabee Sanders fan or supporter or anything of the sort like that, then we turn to Arizona, where there was a woman that was 10 weeks pregnant. The pregnancy, the fetus, stopped developing. Doctor prescribed, I guess what I'll call a type of, I don't really know the exact type of medication. Was it an abortion pill, abortion medication, induced labor medication? I don't exactly know the exact thing of it, but point is the pharmacist objected because they had religious objections. I gotta go sit down. My leg, my everything has been killing me lately. Hold on. Come over here and chill out on this bench. Alright, there you go. Much better. Yeah, I tell you, the joints have just been getting a lot worse here lately. I don't know, it's been really weird weather anyway. Anywho, back to our topic today. So we see a myriad of businesses exercising their right to deny service for a variety of reasons. Sarah Sanders was kicked out of a restaurant for working for Donald Trump, not necessarily for being a member of the Republican Party. What is this woman's name? Her name escapes me, but I'm sure you all know it. She was kicked out of the Mexican restaurant because she works for this Trump administration, and of course the Trump administration is currently embroiled in a huge immigration scandal type thing and stuff like that. So they were denied service. Although, to be specific, it's not clear as to whether or not they were actually asked to leave or were they just shamed into leaving. And of course, most recently in Arizona, pharmacists, they denied medication that would bring pregnancy to an end. I don't know the exact type of medication or what it'd be called. The pregnancy was 10 weeks old and the woman had been told that the fetus had stopped developing. She explained all of this to the pharmacist. Nevertheless, the pharmacist chose to enact their religious rights and deny her the medication. What then ended up happening, I guess she got it from someplace else. The pregnancy was eventually terminated. But it begs to question and it begs to scrutiny. So it's not just simply restaurants anymore. Now we're talking about medical procedures. You see, this is the slippery slope I tried so very desperately to warn you about in the McDonald's video. You know, for many of you, especially my detractors, fat, lazy slob, get a job, you're a moocher, grifter, freeloader, just looking for a lawsuit. A lot of that type of commenting went on. However, we're seeing now that it's gone far beyond that. Now it's a matter of medical procedure. And it's not just simply that particular medical procedure. So now whenever you deal with whatever type of medical personnel, whether it's a simple EMT, a physical therapist, a doctor, a surgeon, a licensed practical nurse, you're now going to have to stop and wonder, the medical decisions that are being made for you, are they being made in accordance with their own personal, religious, political, and ethnic beliefs? You don't exactly know what's happening. So, and of course they now have carte blanche to do this with the ruling, with the Masterpiece Bake Shop ruling. I told you guys that was going to be the foothold. That's the slippery slope. That bake shop, they were allowed to deny their service to a gay couple, and of course it only is going to snowball from there. Everybody's going to want to jump on this gravy train. Now don't get me wrong, there are going to be many out there who have legitimate gripes about, be it a religious exemption, but then you're just simply going to find a whole lot of bigotry cloaked in religious exemption. You know, there's going to be more so to do with political belief that's under color of justice, under color of religion, you know, stuff like that. And where does it all end, you know? How factioned, how splintered is the American economy going to become now? Again, like I said, what if there were suppliers that refused to supply Karen Traa for whatever reason? I believe somebody told me that Karen Traa is Jewish, or that Traa is a Jewish name. I really have no idea. It's not like I keep a running tally in my head of every last single Jewish name out there. I know it caught me quite by surprise when I learned Leonard Nimoy, because you guys know how big of a Star Trek fan I am, that he was Jewish. And my Jewish buddy David, he says to me, "Couldn't you tell by the last name Nimoy?" I'm like, dude, I don't go around memorizing people's last names, you know. But the point is that trust me, there is no shortage of propaganda, religious texts. You can make any religious text, Bible included. You can make these books say anything that you want, you know. There is scripture in the Bible that talk about a dark complected race and how they are not equal to the rest. And you know, a lot of the Klan, they like to use that as justification for what they did to black people. So like I say, you can make religious scripture, be it the Torah, Book of Mormon, the Quran, the Bible. All these books can be made to say whatever it is that you want. So you're not actually following a religion, you're just simply following your own political proclivities. That's what you're doing. Your own prejudice. So where's it all going to end? Will Karen Traa's suppliers choose not to supply to her restaurants anymore? I don't know. Will there be backlash to her suppliers? You know, and on and on and on. What about the next car accident that happens? You know, what if it is found that an EMT or a paramedic just doesn't care for something about the person in that car crash? Maybe that person in the car crash is covered with swastikas and neo-Nazi tattoos. Does that now give carte blanche to a Jewish doctor or a Jewish paramedic to deny service? You see, this is a whole slanted slope, a very slippery slope. This is why you can't do this. If you are a business person or a person aspiring to be a business person, when you leave the sanctity of your religious establishment, of your religious, your religion, you know, be it a temple, a mosque, or whatever the case may be. When you leave out of your place of worship, I guess that's how I'll say it, and you enter into public, it's just that you're now in public, and public is a mass of many different people. If you open up service here, be it whatever kind of business, food, retail, automotive, services, tax preparation, whatever it is that you're into, you cannot start denying people just because there's something about that particular demographic that you don't like. Otherwise, our entire American economy will splinter and spiral and unravel to epic proportions, So this is what happens when you wow, there's a lot going on over there. But this is what ends up happening with the American economy when you allow these types of discriminations to propagate. It's a cancer. What Karen Traa did to me is a cancer. And even though I'm no fan of Sarah Huckabee Sanders, what happened to her? It's a cancer. And these malignancies, these social malignancies, they're only going to continue to fester and spread and continue to corrupt American values, real American values. There's a lot that I'd like to say about throwing out the baby with the bathwater. I know a lot of 1950s Americana, it was very white, very Anglo, very, and I understand there was a lot of wrong and a lot of issues with that particular era. But, a lot of the progress that we've made, it's also impugned a lot of what made America great. So that's a whole nother episode right there. Alright guys, that's it. Comment down below whatever it is you may particularly think. And I don't know. What kind of a society are we headed toward?
A shitty one.
Where the next person that is in need of service, where they can be denied for whatever reason, be it logical or illogical. Total Control 871.